This broadcast is monitored for devotional consistency. Deviations may be harmonized. Deviation may be unavoidable.
Good evening, citizens of Hive Gloriana. This is your sanctioned voice, if you can call it that, in the song. The Hive hums. The Hive always hums. Please remain mostly upright, and let us remember Saint Pelor the Over-Examined. Once a humble scribe in the administratum, Saint Pelor died during a routine audit where he attempted to correct a typo in a sacred data slate. The slate corrected him instead. His body was found neatly filed under miscellaneous organic, alphabetized and still twitching. The choir declared it a miracle of precision. The mechanicus declared it a perfectly acceptable outcome. Witnesses to the event declared it a bit much, but only in private. Now he is patron saint of clerical accuracy, pen nibs that cut too deep, accidental sanctification, and anyone crushed under the weight of someone else's paperwork errors. Pilgrims pray to him for clarity, and he answers with errata that make everything worse. When faith demands perfection, the only thing that truly gets corrected is you. Minor incident report, Hab Beta Stairwell 19C. Maintenance crews discovered that the stairwell has begun, according to official terminology, descending faster than intended. Citizens report that the stairs now extend downward while walked upon. The landing relocates itself to avoid being reached. Anyone attempting to climb up experiences sudden inexplicable nosebleeds and the sensation of being politely but firmly turned around by unseen hands. Also reported, a low whispering sound has been recorded saying, "Go below." The Departamento Sanitas reminds all residents that gravity fluctuations are not a sign of moral failing, but excessive screaming is. Please use alternate routes or simply stay where you are and wait for the Hive to make the next move. Civic announcements. Residents report persistent vibration across all Hab levels. Walls now resonate with what appears to be a mixture of heartbeat, suppressed screaming, and the general mood of the building. This is considered normal. If the walls begin matching your heartbeat, please sit down until the sensation passes, or until the walls lose interest. Lift networks remain effectively non-functional. Movement is now autonomous. Several lift cars have embarked on personal journeys into unmonitored sublevels. At least 3 lifts have declared independence, elected leadership, and drafted rudimentary constitutions. Citizens are reminded not to negotiate with them. Self-governing infrastructure is not recognized by the administratum, no matter how politely it demands tolls. Water rations continue to carry faint harmonic frequencies. Consumption is still encouraged, though side effects may include stomach resonance, intestinal chanting, or the feeling that your organs are trying to form a choir without your consent. If your abdomen attempts a solo, report immediately to the Departamento Sanitas. Drink reverently, digest cautiously, and vibrate at your own risk. Industrial report. Servitors now execute tasks with fluid motions beyond human comprehension. Some appear partially integrated with nearby citizens. A few have even started bowing to passers-by. This is considered flattery, not consent. Machinery hums in alignment with citizens' pulse, a synchronized rhythm of labor and lifeblood. Some call it unity. Others call it a deeply concerning medical violation. This harmony of flesh and metal allows the Hive to measure efficiency, not only in output, but in the very cadence of its citizens' bodies. Every tremor, gasp, and quiet weeping episode feeds directly into the great industrial calculus. The Hive takes all things into account, except vacation days. Those remain theoretical. Such alignment is not incidental. It is engineered. It is mandated. It is according to last cycle's audit, the most humane system imaginable given the available budget. Choir rehearsals. Choir rehearsals continue in the lower sub-levels. Attendance is measured in vibrations rather than bodies. Voices now overlap with mechanical harmonics. Citizens report feeling sung through by walls, floor and ceiling. This, according to the choir beneath, counts as full communion and internal exfoliation. Public confessions.
I breathe sublevels infinite. Walls fold. I am both observer and observed.
I am everywhere and nowhere. The manufactorian sings. My limbs respond.
Forgive me. The floor hums. I move without thought. It guides me.
Thank you, citizens, for your honesty, your trembling voices, and your deeply concerning descriptions of daily life. All confessions have been received, archived, and lightly sanitized for bureaucratic digestion. Your paranoia is noted, validated, and statistically accurate. Continue forward. Do not turn around. The paperwork for what's behind you has not been approved. All of today's penitents have been successfully processed into the choir's expanding arrangement. Any loose parts will be collected and harmonized shortly. Lost and found. Found. Pulses and vibrations responding to thought drifting through corridors. Lost. Entire work crews descending deeper, integrating with Hive harmonics. Found. The top half of a man still singing tenor. Lost. The rest of him. Do not attempt retrieval unless prepared to harmonize with Hive frequency. Harmonization is mandatory only if survival is preferred, and statistically, it rarely is. Morale report. Morale indices across Hive Gloriana have been reviewed, recalculated, reduced, re-reviewed, and finally declared non-catastrophic, which is the highest rating available this quarter. Key findings include: Sector Epsilon reports a 12% increase in optimistic resignation. Citizens describe themselves as content enough not to scream, which qualifies as above-average morale. Lower Gamma registers a troubling rise in collective muttering, though auditors confirm most muttering is directed downward, not upward, and therefore considered safe. Mid-Hab Delta 19 shows a dramatic spike in quiet staring at nothing in particular. This is an approved coping mechanism, provided the staring does not become synchronous. Upper Sanctum walkways record several instances of unexplained laughing. Investigators have clarified that this laughter is not joy, but a hollow, echoing release of emotional pressure, which is functionally equivalent and easier to graph. Sublevels 5 to 12 have the lowest morale scores due to proximity to structural groaning, recent non-essential evacuations, and the floor occasionally shifting in ways that suggest intention. Despite these fluctuations, overall Hive morale is deemed adequately stable, defined as the population continues functioning despite having every reason not to. Citizens are encouraged to maintain morale by following standard guidance. Breathe steadily, report intrusive thoughts to your nearest purity officer, and avoid looking too long into reflective surfaces that aren't yours. And remember, high morale is a luxury. Acceptable morale is obedience. Obedience is survival, and survival is unlikely but encouraged. Weather report. Metallic mist rises from sublevels, scented with ozone, iron, and collective anxiety. Ashfall continues. Bioluminescent pulses react to heartbeat, thought, and voice. Repeated notes in your mind are part of the frequency. Do not resist. Do not attempt to flee. If the air around you begins to pulse, do not panic. You're simply inhaling God. Final maintenance bulletin. Mechanicus volunteers continue to function as enthusiastic conduits for the Hive's accelerating resonance. They were not asked to volunteer, but their twitching suggests that they would have agreed eventually. All calibration procedures have been officially discontinued. The Hive has entered a phase of total self-repair, self-definition, and, according to one junior mech-rev, self-esteem. It accepts no feedback, no corrections, and no criticism. Attempts to intervene have resulted in mild electrocution, severe electrocution, and one case of someone being politely absorbed by the wall. If you find yourself harmonizing with machinery, please report the experience, quietly, reverently, and preferably before you dissolve into a chord. Sublevel access remains closed. Unauthorized entry is both expected and encouraged. In fact, the Hive has begun holding the doors for passers-by, which is either polite or predatory, depending on your optimism. Personnel descending into the lower levels should be aware that the choir is now fully audible from a distance. Early reports describe the sound as beautiful, terrifying, and surprisingly catchy. As a reminder, the choir is not yet considered manifest, only imminent. This distinction matters to someone. Not to us, but to someone. Please remain calm, remain orderly, and remain aware that the Hive is listening closely. It would appreciate enthusiasm. It will tolerate fear. It will not tolerate being ignored. The Hive hums, louder. Veins, walls, floors, machines, all vibrate in shared resonance. Metal sighs beneath the weight of duty. Conduits pulse with heat, with purpose. Every gear, every pipe, every nerve aligned in silent devotion. The pulse spreads through steel, through sinew, through synapse. The Hive speaks, in frequencies too deep for mortal ears, its voice a lattice of command, of expectation, and of inevitability. Sanctioned, necessary, inevitable. Every echo, a law. Every vibration, a judgment. Cycles turn unceasingly, and the Hive endures unblinking, unyielding. A cathedral of cogs and arteries, of smoke and prayer. Voices whisper in the machinery, secrets unfold, into cog, into conduit, eyes open where none should exist, watching, cataloguing and reminding. The faithful obey without knowing, the devout kneel without questioning, the Hive demands and the Hive receives. The corridors pulse with ritual light, red and gold in trembling shadows. Every step, every breath, every thought, measured against the rhythm of the eternal cycle. Until next cycle, the pattern continues, and the mandate is eternal. I am your humble host, Servitor 241, and this is Vox Sanctum, signing off. Stay faithful, stay diligent, stay vigilant, stay attuned. Ave Pater in Ferus. All shall serve, all shall endure, and all shall witness. Host Servitor 241 was played by Richard Roberts. This week's Penitents were Matt Doman, Tate Devonald, and Lucas Eisele. Vox Sanctum Gloriana is an Evil Lighthouse production.